Funnels are the future.
Funnels.
Funnel.
Funnel. Funnel. Funnels. Funnel agency.
Funnels.
Funnel. This is the next evolution. Me and Alex online using funnels have generated over 1 billion in sales.
What is going on, you guys? Hey, it is Neil Anderson here. I've been working with Shaqir for a little bit here, and there's two things I want to tell you about my experience with Shaqir and funnels.com. Number one, results, okay? And I'll tell you, the first call I ever had with him, we screen share, we pull up my funnel, and immediately he jumps right into working mode. I mean, he's like, see this, click this, delete this, move this up, and if you do that, conversions will go up. Well, folks, I'm here to tell you the very next day, that funnel doubled to tripled the conversions. I mean, this guy is like a wizard. He knew exactly where to put things, what to delete, what to move. And I mean, he told me all this in like 5 minutes, and I got the results I was looking for, way beyond what I was looking for. I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on consultants to help me with my business over the last few years. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that nobody cares about their clients more than Shaqir. I mean, I'm serious. I was blown away. The first week I started working with him, he's texting me going, did you do this yet? What's the results? I want to know. We got to tweak this. Let's get you better results. And I'm like, whoa, this guy's following up with me. This guy's kicking my butt. Like, this is amazing. And I just was blown away on how much he cares. I didn't feel like it was somebody that I hired to help me with my business. I felt like he became a legitimate partner, and he was just as interested and just as hungry to get me the success that I was looking for as I am. If you're looking for results, if you want the best results, you go to the best. And Shaqir's the best. If you want somebody that cares about your success, which is so rare in our industry, for somebody that actually cares about their clients and will go above and beyond for them, I'm telling you right now, you need to hire Shaqir. You need to hire funnels.com. You will not regret it. Do it. Do it now. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it the next day. Do it today. And I'm telling you, it'll be a game changer.
I was just wanted to shoot this video for gratitude for Shaqir. Shaqir's been a key to my success. He took me and explained to me what paid traffic was, and just that little change from trying to do everything for free and all the free methods that I was being taught to doing paid just changed everything, and it's taken me to over 8 figures in sales just on 5 years now. So I'm forever grateful for him. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, Shaqir, and anyone who's thinking about learning how to get online or take their business to the next level, you're going to make the greatest decision of your life working closely with Shaqir and his team. So all the best, and Shaqir, thanks for everything.
Listen to what Shaqir has to say. Listen to how he can get the right kind of clients to come in through your shop front door, for want of an expression. I've invested heavily, and in the last 18 months, I've invested over $250,000 in an education in internet marketing for myself. That has meant that I've been able to give my son Harry, who's just left college, a business. And he runs this business for us on the side. And that is bringing us in, over the last 4 months, it's brought us in $60,000. So not an insignificant amount of money, and it's something that my 19-year-old son has picked up and run with. I understand exactly how it works, but it's something I wanted to give him so that he had something to work with himself. I love the business. I think it's amazing. And if you guys are sitting there, guys and girls are sitting there thinking, can we do it? Absolutely. You do not need any special skills. You do not need to be techie. You do not need to be a guru. You just need to want to be able to help people and educate people. You need to have those values that you want to make a difference. You need to have the right mindset, because becoming a multimillionaire is bloody hard work. Yeah. I hope this helps. You'll get out of this business what you put in it. Do not think it is get rich quick. It absolutely isn't. But what it will do, it will give you choices, because this kind of business will enable you to work anywhere in the world. You are able to work in the time that you want to. So you no longer have to spend 60 hours a week jumping on the train and working in the city, or working in that factory, or sweeping the streets, or delivering milk or newspapers in the cold. Yeah? You choose. So you work where you like, you work when you like, and you write your own paycheck. Have a great day. Enjoy Shaqir. He has got a wealth of knowledge. Take plenty of notes and get yourself involved. Have a great day. Take care.
Okay, so welcome to day 4. You know, one of my friends, one of my past clients, Dan Locke. How many of you guys know Dan Locke? He's got more YouTube subscribers than Gary Vee and Tony Robbins. I think he's got the #1 entrepreneurship YouTube channel. And one of the things I remember him saying early on when I was getting started, he said, if you're information overwhelmed, it's actually a good thing, because new information is coming into your life. Does that make sense? Because the past information that has come into your life has caused you to sometimes be financially struggling, has been making you struggle with your own business, has got you to where you are right now. And if you're here and you're like, man, I'm not happy with my business, I'm not happy with my income, I'm not happy with how much money I got in the bank, when I go to sleep, I don't wake up richer. How many of you would like to wake up richer every single day? Okay. There was a gentleman I met, a guy called Mark Ford, and this gentleman built this company to over $1.5 billion per year. Okay. And as a kid, I've got his book somewhere here. As a kid, I used to read his book, and he wrote this book on how to go from 0 to $100 million, right? And one day I find myself in Bermuda, which is some island in the middle of nowhere, and at this conference, and he gets up on stage and he starts speaking. And I look to my wife and I'm like, that's him. That's the guy, Mark Ford. Okay. And she looks at me and she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, that's him. And he gets off stage and no one really knows who he is because he's not like a big famous speaker or whatever, right? Me and my wife go up to him and we basically say, hey, you know, I go up, I'm like a little fanboy. I'm like, oh my gosh, you changed my life. Your books are so amazing, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I'm like, take a selfie with me, all of that good stuff. And he takes a liking to us and he invites me and my wife. We have dinner with him. I literally spend like a few days with this gentleman, right? And I think he's in his late 60s right now. And one of the things that really stuck with me that he preaches is this concept. By the way, how many of you think if you can learn from someone who's made over $1.5 billion in a year, his company, okay? How many of you think making an extra 10K, 100 grand a month is much more possible? Remember what I said yesterday? You know, you become the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. Maybe right now you don't have someone who's a millionaire or a millionaire mentor in your circle. I would recommend and advise by the end of these 5 days that you make a strong commitment to yourself by saying, hey, I need a millionaire mentor. That guy is my 100 million to my $1 billion mentor. And I remember one of the things he said that stuck with me. He said, every day, just get a little bit richer than the day before, right? Because when you compound that, that's what creates tremendous amounts of wealth. And then what? Guess what? 3 years, 5 years later, you stand up and you don't even recognize who you are, the kind of life that you live. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. And the reason why I say this is because, like many people, when I got started, all I wanted to do was make $10,000 a month. How many of you want to make an extra 10 grand a month? Okay. Guess what? You get to 10 grand and then you're like, oh my gosh, it was so easy. Why the heck did I struggle so fast, so long? What's wrong? Then you start making 50 grand a month. How many of you want to get to 50 grand a month? Okay. And that's when you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so special. God has treated me so well. And you say to God, God, just help me get to 100 grand a month. And I promise I'm not going to be greedy. Okay. How many of you feel like you're going to be that guy? Okay. That was me, by the way. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I had my first 100K month and I'm like, God, just help me do this every single month. And I won't ask for much. Okay. And then I remember I was in Saudi Arabia. Okay. I was in Saudi Arabia. I was 28 years old. And, you know, I had to scale my business from 100K, 0 to $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month, then to 500K a month. And I'm in Saudi Arabia with my parents. Okay. So my mom and dad and my best friend. I tell my dad goes, how's business? You know, because he always asks me, how's business? And I said to him, Dad, this month I'm going to make my first $1 million month. And I remember I was 28 years old. Okay. So, you know, Muslims do this spiritual pilgrimage and they go to Saudi Arabia once in their lifetime. So I was very fortunate. I'm there. And my dad goes, well, how much have you done so far? And I tell him something like, Dad, I've done like $997,000. And he goes, okay, take my credit card and buy something off your website. Then you'll do $1 million in a month. And I was like, Dad, don't worry about that. So I had a couple of high ticket clients come through. And that month we did $1,038,000 with over, I think it was around $350,000-ish profit, give or take. Okay, that works out to be equivalent to about $100,000 per week in profit. And how many of you guys you're just like mind blown from that? And again, I wanna expand your thinking. Is that okay with you guys? I don't know about you, but for me anyway, growing up as an Asian brown, you know, skinned kid in the streets of East London, my parents said, go to school, go to college, be good as a human being, and that, you know, you live your life like that. Until I met these people, and what I realized with these people, guys, okay, they want nothing special. Okay, like for example, I hope Mark never watches this video, but remember that guy that I told you about? His company was doing $1.5 billion a year. Okay, when I met him, he's smoking cigars. He's got a little bit of a belly. He wasn't looking perfect. I'm sure he's a little bit older, in his late 60s. But I looked at him and I thought, man, he's not that much different than me. Do you guys get that? Okay, it's not like I have 10 fingers. It's not like he has 12 fingers. I have a brain. It's not like he has 2 different brains. So it's like, whoa, like, how's he doing it? And how can I do that? Right. And I remember like coming back and I'm sure I was talking to my wife because sometimes you can't really talk to other people apart from if you're in a mastermind. So I could talk to my friends about this stuff and my wife, right? So I'm telling my wife, I mean, basically to make $1.5 billion a year. And by the way, me and my wife, we spent probably 2-3 days with this guy, right? And the CEO of that company. $1.5 billion a year works out to be over $100 million a month.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy, guys? Does anyone else have their like mind blown away? I'm like, wow, this guy, and you know, so he smokes cigars, right? So I remember like buying him a cigar, and I just thinking to myself, there's not really much difference, me versus this guy. Sure, he's got like probably 40 years of business experience than me, but I'm like, if he could build a business that's doing $1.5 billion a year, which is over $100 million a month, okay? I mean, it stretches your brain. How many of you feel like your brain has been stretched just by showing up at this event? Raise your hand, okay? And those of you that are too lazy to raise your hand, well, good luck trying to make money because it takes a lot more work than raising your hand. All right, I'm just gonna try to make jokes throughout this presentation. If no one laughs, I'm gonna tell Ismail he needs to laugh at my jokes, okay? All right, so today's presentation, I have a couple of things I wanna share with you guys.
A little bit.
One of them is,
I am all right.
Ismail has decided that I should share one of the funnels that we've basically been building up and modeling that's doing, how much is it doing right now? $1.5 million a month. The specific funnel that I'm going to show you guys is doing anywhere from, the specific funnel that we've modeled here is doing about 400 to 600K per month cash collected. Okay. How many of you guys would like to see that? Okay. And by the way, I want you to conceptualize this, right? Because this is selling digital courses. Write this down. Selling digital courses. Okay. This is marketing knowledge products, information products. This is marketing information products. This is doing high ticket products and services. So no cheap stuff. Okay. No, purely high ticket. If you want to get to your goals much faster, you got to get to doing high ticket. Okay. That's the fastest way. Okay. And the key is the last two keys is offer and funnels. Okay. Just because I talk about big numbers and making millions of dollars in a year, in a month, in a day and stuff, that does not guarantee or necessarily mean that you're going to do this, especially overnight. Is that okay with everyone? Okay, just raise your hand. I saw a comment, someone saying, hey, I bought this program. Buying a program does not mean that you're going to become successful. You buy the program is just the starting point. Doing the work is what gets you to the next level. Okay, we are going to be talking about what it takes to really scale your business using what we call the 5 Ps, the 5 Ps of prosperity. So let's get cracking on. Okay, cool. So get ready to serve your clients at the highest level. If you've just joined us, okay, please make sure that you watch the previous 3-day challenge trainings, download the templates, the tools, make sure you fill out the forms, and ensure that you book your discovery call with our team, okay? If you haven't done that yet, we can't help you on a one-on-one basis like we plan to. Ismail is there. Ismail, give us a wave. There's Joanna. Okay, there's Arsal. There's a handful of my team members on this. Again, some of these things that I've shared with you. By the way, how many of you guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, have found real value from these worksheets by a show of hands? Yeah, listen, like it's crazy because, you know, these are the things that you want to do to ensure that you can build your business on good foundation so it lasts a long time. Okay, this is how you can dominate your industry, dominate your market. So ensure that you put this on in the group once done. And let's go through the 5 Ps of prosperity. So I'm going to share with you what is required. First one is your product. What does the product consist of? Essentially, it needs to be a results-based product that meets people where they're at and takes them from a place of discomfort to a place of comfort. When you have the right product, marketing and selling becomes easy. If you don't have a product, your options are to create a product and or to license someone else's product, aka become an affiliate of someone else. A lot of people, they try to just become good at marketing and selling or advertising and posting on social media when the real truth is the product really sucks. Does that make sense? So I'll give you an example. Back in the day, this was about 10, 12 years ago, when I used to sell products, I realized I'm a great sales guy and a great marketer. So I could sell almost anything to anyone, anytime. and I could sell it for whether it's $10,000 or $100,000. But what I realized is after probably making a few $1,000,000, there was no repeat customers. Okay, meaning the customers that bought, like say 10, 12 years ago, they didn't keep buying. So I started getting mentoring and coaching from my own mentors. And one of the things that really stuck with me is they said, basically fix your product so the product does the marketing, okay? The product does the marketing. What else can I, and again, I'm gonna give you some of my best stuff when it comes to product. Most people make the big mistake. If you're one of those people that you haven't moved forward with your own high ticket offer, you're procrastinating, you're making excuses like you don't have the money, you don't have the time, blah, blah, blah. One of the reasons is because you think you have to create an entire product before you go out to market. You guys with me so far? So what's the solution to this? The solution is you sell, then you build. You don't build and then try to sell it. Because what happens, Deborah, if you start creating your own product and at the end, no one wants to buy it. And I see this with people that are super smart, educated, experienced. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Ladies, gentlemen, what are you doing? So I'll give you an example. I was speaking to a gentleman, I can't mention his name, just in case you guys know him. But his name was, anyway, he's from America. And I have this call with him and he says to me that he has essentially like been following all these gurus on YouTube and he's been buying products and he's been having such a hard time getting his programs off, launching, okay? How many of you have ever had an idea or a product and then you've struggled to get customers to it? By a show of hands. Okay, look, if you have the right funnel, if you have the right offer, traffic becomes easy, okay? Traffic becomes easy. Think about this. I spent the last 2 years and I kind of disappeared once my team was running the entire business. Okay, so for the last 18 months to 24 months, I've been traveling around the world, pandemic hit. I'm like, told my wife, yo, we're out. I've got my team running and I just focused on my investing stuff. Whilst that was happening, my business was still running. So the business was still running without me. Now, let me ask you this. If you stop working, does your business still run? Think about this. Today, you stop working. Does your income go up or does your income go down? Just kind of give me some signs, up or down, okay? I mean, almost everyone's saying down. Maybe one guy is saying up, but everyone else is saying down. So what does that mean? You have a lack of systems. You have a lack of products that can be sold. So it's been, what, 2 years? I come online. The first program I launch is a $50,000 program. Why? Because I only want high ticket customers, okay? So I launch a 50K program, get a whole bunch of customers in. I'm like, hey, great to be back. That's number one. Number two, people start complaining, Shaq, your stuff is too expensive. I'm like, I know it is expensive, okay? I'm like, so what was the solution? Let me launch something for under $100 and let me get a couple of hundred customers. We launched this, 2 weeks of promotion. We've got nearly 250 front-end customers, okay? Do you think I have a traffic issue? No. Why? Because I have the right offer that hits the marketplace. Does that make sense? Okay. And all I have to do is just sit in a coffee shop for half an hour. And because I have this formula, which I'm going to show you guys, I can craft up an offer and I have my team build me a funnel, have the offer and the funnels, right? So the offer is essentially the product. For example, if I was selling this glass, the funnel is essentially the shop. Does that make sense? Now I just have to have people coming into my shop. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? That's the traffic, okay? And even now, okay, 12 years ago when I was getting mentored by this young guy who's making over 100 grand a day. Yes, 100 grand a day, okay? Back then, that was a huge amount of money. It still is a huge amount of money. This guy was this Indian guy. And one of the things that he taught me was, you know, you have to boil down everything to its core foundations. So to make money online, you need traffic plus conversions equals cash. And anytime you find yourself, you're not making money, okay? It comes down to either you don't have traffic, and even if you know how to get people to come to you, then there's no conversions. So the conversions is a mixture of the funnels and the offers. Is this making sense to everyone? Raise your hand if it's making sense, okay? And I want you just to keep this in mind. You can have the best shop. I know people that are super smart, their intelligence is this high, and their amount of money that they make is down here. Why? Because they got the formula wrong. You understand what I'm saying? They got the formula wrong. So think about this, right? It's like, think about wherever you live right now. I'm sure you have a mall. Okay, so in the UK, we have like something called Westfield. Or just let's take Walmart. Okay, Walmart, everyone knows what Walmart is, or Asda in the UK. Asda, Walmart, great product, great company, they sell whatever, they sell everything. You could imagine you have an Asda in the middle of the desert. Does it make much money? No, because there's no people going by. Does that make sense? There's no traffic going by. And, McDonald's, you shouldn't be eating McDonald's, but why is McDonald's rated as the #1 restaurant in the world? Do they serve the best burgers? Did you just say yes, Lyndon? No, the answer is no, okay? So why are they the most popular? Speed, convenience, branding, efficiency, they're capitalizing on the traffic. Does that make sense? And here's another cool fact that I want you guys to know that you can put into your business, which is McDonald's actually loses money. I think they lose money or they just make something like 36 cents on each burger. But where they make the money is when they say, do you want fries and a drink on their upsell? Most of the money that you're going to make in your business is going to come from one word. What is that one word? Upsells.
Upsell.
Okay. So here's how to screw this up, because I have to tell you this. So I'm speaking to that client. Remember that client? He's in his 50s, super smart guy, made money in real estate, made money in trading, made money doing whatever he touched, comes online, and for whatever reason, he gets sucked into every single, big YouTuber, guru, motivational speaker, hype man. He goes to all of these events and he spends $450,000. And guess how much money he was making? There you go, 0. So I'm on the call, and this is a grown man, and my youngest brother, he was sitting next to me, I remember, and he just starts crying. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I am just going to be focused. And obviously this guy's crying, and my younger brother's looking at me thinking, isn't this supposed to be a sales call? Why is this guy crying on your sales call? And so I tell him what happened, and he goes, well, I spent all these years building this MLM product. And I said, who told you to do that? And he said, I thought this is the way to go. I said, so what have you been doing for the last 4 years? He goes, I built this product. I hired a funnel guy. I made the videos. I traveled to all the top masterminds. He's been following people like Brendan Bouchard, which is great, and all of the top guys. And he said, I spent all this money with everyone and I'm not making any money. I said, who told you that this product is in demand? And he looks at me and he goes, I don't know. I just thought it was a good idea. And I said, well, that good idea cost you 450 grand in 4 years of your life. And he looks at me and he starts crying and he says, Shaq, I've lost my first marriage because I overworked in the business. I can't afford to lose my second marriage. And my wife, my current wife, has no clue that I'm doing this.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, I can't offer this guy anything except for stop whatever it is that you're doing, because you are burning yourself right into the ground. Does this make sense? So what's the solution? The solution that we teach in our VIP programs, and you want to write this down, is you sell before you build. Number 2, you get cash flow coming in. When you work with us, our sole goal is to get you to a realistic 50K to about 150 grand cash flow collected. Okay. What happens when you have 100 grand cash in the bank? Maybe 150 grand. Now you can have breathing space. Now you can turn around and be like, okay, I've got 150 grand. Let me keep some for savings. Let me keep some for this. And let me go back in the market with maybe 30K to scale up using paid traffic. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is basically the path to scale. This is what we teach to our VIP clients. Okay. I'm going to give you guys, I'm giving you the formula. How do you get your first 10 to 20 clients? You do what we call the niche success test. You create your offer, which we show you how to do, using these questions. Okay. By the way, I see so many new people coming on. If you're coming on new, turn your video on, give us a wave, let us know you're here. Okay. Don't be shy. Just show up, turn your video on, give us a wave. So first one is your target market easy to reach? So for example, if you are selling business services, coaching, weight loss, relationship advice, spiritual advice, other people on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Google, YouTube, whatever, are there people available in that market? Yes or no? Yes. So are your people easy to reach? Okay. So for example, I help people turn their expertise, what's in their head, coaches, turn them into high-paying coaches, consultants, or whether they're doctors, lawyers, accountants, doesn't matter, whatever the business expertise is, I help them turn them into a high-ticket offer that's easy for them to attract clients using those. Now, what happens, let's say Kevin Healy is like, okay, my clients aren't using these social media websites. Okay, what do you think I'm going to say? Change your business, change your business model. Because if your clients aren't using any sort of social media, is that the right business you want to get into? Really? No.
No.
Does that make sense, guys? Okay, this is why, like, I'm not a big fan of local or in-person businesses. Until you have a lot of cash flow and cash, then you can do what's called boring business. Okay, this is like the kind of stuff that my dad does. Okay, but how many of you guys would like to make lots of money from internet, the fast money, and then buy boring businesses? Yeah, because if you've ever got experience doing any boring business, real estate, in-person, in-person business, like local businesses, it's a lot of hard work. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Trust me, it's much easier sitting in front of a computer, clicking a few buttons, placing a few tiny little ads, and having people come to you. I've done both, and there's a reason why I stick to online. Okay, so are your people easy to reach? Number two, are they irrationally passionate? So I have a client who's actually a really good friend. He's a doctor, okay? And I have lots of friends that actually are doctors. But this friend, he's a doctor. He specializes in dogs that have arthritis and need stem cell solution or cures, okay? And I'm like, yo, Dr. Stu, to be very frank with you and direct, I don't know anyone in my family or my friends that own any dogs, okay? So, and he's trying to basically explain to me, dogs are basically people. How many of you guys have dogs? Anyone? Okay, cool. So there you go. I'm going to have these passionate people. How many of you guys are so passionate about your dogs? Okay, I just happen to be, there you go, Joanna, you're one of them. I happen to come from a family, we don't have any animals and stuff, okay? There's 6 of us. There was no space and time or money for animals, right? So we didn't even have a cat growing up, but I'm advising him, consulting him on his business, and he goes to me, Shaq, you don't understand. People that have dogs are so passionate, they will love their dogs sometimes more than their own kids. And I was like, wow, this is news to me. And he's like, people will jump in the car because they have an issue with their dog and drive 8 hours to my clinic. I was like, okay, cool. I'm never going to tell you to open up multiple clinics. They can all come to you. Okay. And so this is someone who's mastered his product. So he has such a great product. He's the only one in the UK, basically, that does this treatment, which is stem cell injections to treat dogs' arthritis. Okay, now he's hiring me basically because he wants to get more traffic. So can you guys see he has a great product? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
He has a great product. So people with dogs apparently get that. They say instead of like amputations and all sorts of operations, a single stem cell injection or a couple of stem cell injections sorts the dog out fully. And basically they have like almost 100% success rate with this cure. Okay. So I'm like, wow, how long have you been doing this for? And I'm thinking he's going to say 2 or 3 years, right? He's like 10 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so he's got a funnel. Okay, get this, guys. He's got one funnel that he's spending about 6 to 10 grand a month, and it's producing over 100 grand per month. Okay. By the way, is that a good product and a good funnel to have? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. And you guys want to write this down. The funnel that he uses is called what we call a VSL call funnel. Write that down because I'm going to show you guys something afterwards. VSL call funnel. Okay.
Yes.
So if you don't have people in your market that are irrationally passionate about your products and services, then you should not be in that market. Okay. It made me think, man, I should be in the dog market. I'd make a lot of money. Okay. And I'm basically going to help him build out his funnels. So first one was, are they easy to reach? Okay. Irrationally passionate. Number 3, and this is probably one of the most important ones. Do they have high spending purchasing power? If your prospects do not have a high purchasing power, then you're essentially going to you're going to be essentially working with the people that are basically the wrong type of clients. Does that make sense, everyone? So what we want to do is we want to identify who's irrationally passionate, who's easy to reach, and who has high spending power. Let me give you an advice. Let me give you some tips on this. Almost 95% of people that we speak to, they don't get this right. And guess what? You ask them, hey, how long have you been trying to make money online? And they'll say something really crazy, like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh, all you needed to do is just answer these simple questions and then boom, you're off to the races. So that was all under product. Second one is positioning. Okay, so positioning comes down to what you sell, how you sell it, who you're selling to, and how you position yourself. And this could be everything from your naming, your branding, how you look, how you present yourself. Okay. How many of you guys have seen the pictures of me with all the mentors by a show of hands? Most of you will basically say yes. And one of the reasons is because I'm a very big proponent of mentors. Okay. And so when you go into any of my websites, you're going to see Shaq with a whole bunch of mentors, because isn't it easier to show as part of your brand, this is how I'm going to position myself. So if I go over here, okay, I have basically a bunch of these collages. It's weird. I've traveled all over the world. Joanna, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Can you guys see these pictures? Okay, I literally traveled all over the world to go meet all of these guys. And this is the Millionaire Mentorship one. I have another one that's called the Billionaire Mentorship. So I spent over $600,000 meeting basically almost all of the top people in our industry. Okay. That sounds like a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But however, I've learned a few things that have dramatically helped me. They saved me a lot of money. Okay. So for example, this gentleman here, he's in his mid 70s. I paid him $35,000. And he taught me essentially how to use my mind to create different frameworks for success. Does anyone recognize any of these people on this picture? Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone's there, Dan Pena's there, Brian Rose from London. There you go, Jordan Belfort's there. Okay, it's crazy because most people won't know this guy, Russ Whitney Sr. Okay, but Russ Whitney Sr. used to run this company that essentially created the marketing for a little known book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. So how many of you have read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Yeah, that was the genius mind that basically helped. There you go. Joyce has a copy of it, right? And so that's the guy that basically helped build the entire brand in the business and all the seminars. So the reason why I show you this because early on I realized, hey, you can achieve your goals in two ways. One is making lots of mistakes, and one is getting mentorship. Again, now I use this as part of my positioning. Okay, but if you see here, I've got one of the topics as people. So you guys all know Russell Brunson, right? So Russell Brunson had a program many years ago. It was $25,000. So I pay him $25,000 cash. I send it straight to his, I just get on Stripe, pay him $25,000. And then I realized I can't go to America. And then I messaged him and I said, hey, well, I just paid you 25 grand. And he's like, sure, you can basically jump on a call with me. So I'm thinking, okay, dude, and by the way, I have so much love for Russell. So this is only good stuff, okay? So I pay him 25 grand. I get on the call and I'm thinking, okay, it's a one-on-one call, okay? That's what you expect, right? 25 grand, one-on-one call. Pay him 25 grand. There's like 10 people on the call. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And he's like, oh, no, it's cool. Everyone else is on the call. They can listen to basically your problem and whatever. So as I'm going through this call, one of the things he says to me is like, what's your goal? And I say to him, oh, I want to become a New York Times bestseller. And I basically saved up $400,000 because I heard you can basically buy your way in. He turns around and he's like, why do you want to become a New York Times bestseller? And I'm like, oh, you have to understand, guys, I was also really young. I was in my probably 24, 25 years old. So this is like, 7-8 years ago. And I said, oh, I want to impact and change as many people's lives as possible. And he's like, no, you don't. You just want to impress your friends and family. And I was like, oh shit, how do you know? And he goes to me, well, I did that. And I spent 380 grand and I bought all the bestseller lists and every single thing. And at the end, I didn't hit New York Times bestseller. And I was like, what? He goes, no, they've got this algorithm. And sometimes even if you do all of the right things, they just don't pick up your book. And I was like, wow. And I remember like putting the phone down and I thought, oh my gosh, I just saved $400,000. Do you guys see the value in this? Okay, but sometimes because of our current reality, we're like, oh no, but I don't want to spend money. But the truth is, if you don't spend the money, if you don't invest the money one way, you end up paying with mistakes. Yes or no?
Yes.
So imagine I had wasted 400 grand, then I probably would have been more upset and crying and thinking, oh my gosh, what happened? So this is why having the right people on your team is a key to prosperity. Next one is pricing. We talked about pricing. Here's the 80-20 of pricing. The higher the price points of your programs, the more profits that you're going to make. Therefore, you're going to have more money to spend on ads. If you have more money to spend on ads, can you scale your business faster? Okay. So it's like some people will be like, okay, I want to get to $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Okay. For you to get to realistic $10,000 to $20,000 a month, you need to have a system, a funnel that you can spend $5,000 a month and turn into $10,000 a month. Does that make sense? Okay. And then the higher the price of your programs, the more profits that you're going to be able to make. And again, like I said, you either create your own programs or you become an affiliate and you promote someone else's programs. Okay. Next one is processes. What are the different processes that you need? Essentially, if you think about every single thing in your life comes down to a process. Okay. Every single thing that you do is a process. So every single thing, the way you work, what you eat, it's all a process. And I want to ask you this: what's your current business process? How do you get customers? Okay, if you don't have a systematic way of getting customers, then this is the first thing that we need to solve. And to solve that, I'm going to show you a series, okay, a series of steps that you can do, okay, that will help you. So this one, that doc that you shared to me, just let me edit it, please. Just open up the link. Permission. Okay. And I'm going to walk you through when we create funnels and webinars, the offers, the templates, basically the whole sales process. How many of you guys think that would be very valuable? Just by show of hands, I need to see this. I'm going to show you this funnel. This funnel has basically variations of this funnel is producing anywhere from, like I said, $400,000 to $600,000 per month. Okay. And I'm going to actually walk you through this. Oh, by the way, let me just to make sure we're on the same page, everyone. If you guys would like to see this funnel, please comment yes.
Yes.
No, don't say yes, Joanna. Type in yes. Okay. So as promised, I'm going to show you the different variations of this. And this is what we call the auto webinar funnel. Okay. The auto webinar funnel. And the reason why we have the auto webinar funnel is because we want to appeal to different people where they're at. So how I'm going to be talking to you guys, okay, I'm going to give you the psychology behind this. Again, once you understand the psychology, then you develop the skills. What do you guys develop? The skills. What are the two things that you need in order to make money? Traffic and conversions equals cash. Okay. Underneath traffic and conversions equals cash is you have to have the skills and you have to have the systems. Some people don't have skills, meaning they don't understand digital marketing. That's why you're here. I'm giving you guys a crash course over these 5 days. We have advanced programs like our certifications, the VIP coaching programs, all that good stuff. But for now, I'm giving you guys an overview. One, you got to develop the skills. The skills at which you develop, these will determine how much money you make. If you have money already, then you don't have to develop some of the skills. You can outsource the skills. You guys with me? So if you are rich enough, you don't want to learn, you don't have time, you want to hang out on the golf course or whatever, go fishing and stuff, then you have to hire someone that will execute the skills. Okay. Then you can hire people and it will cost you, say, $1,500 to $5,000 a month to hire digital marketing professionals. If you want someone who's really going to help you scale, those people will come at a premium around $5K to $15K per month. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Most people for most various roles, you can hire for anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 all the way to $5,000 per month. And then if you want someone, for example, Ismail, who's at the level of like business partner level / 7-figure earner, okay, he'll easily make at least 6 figures, multiple 6 figures working with me. That's the goal. Does that make sense? Okay, and then long term it will be 7 figures. But it's because he's developed two things: the skills and the systems. Does that make sense? So some people, it's like this, right? You go to school, college, university, and you go and get a skill, and you spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to get a skill, right? And then based on that skill, you can go and get a job. But sometimes when people come on the internet, they forget. They're like, oh, where's my skills to make money? It's like, dude, you have to develop the skills. You have to invest in yourself. Just like you would go to school, college, and university, and you'd pay 30 grand, 50 grand for or whatever. I don't even know how much a degree cost. Okay. But I'm guessing it's about 20K to 50K. Is that how much it costs? Yes or no? Am I in the same? No?
Yeah,
Kevin?
70K
70K? Okay. Yeah, 70. That's a lot.
per year.
That's a lot. And then people like to complain if they spend 10 grand on a funnel or 20 grand on a digital marketing course. Okay. So if you're one of those people, just have some introspection on this, right? It's like I know people that will spend 10 years going and getting degrees, and then they're afraid to spend $20,000 on a business accelerator package. Something doesn't add up. Okay. One of the things that doesn't add up is their belief system. So again, skills, but if you develop the right skills when it comes to digital marketing, your belief will go much high. Yes or no? Okay. So I gave you guys an example, right? Another example I'm going to give you before I go into this. And this, by the way, this is one of the things that we will help you with, especially me. Okay. I will help you build your own $1 million offer. Okay. So $1 million offer, even if you don't hit $1 million, even if you hit 6 figures, how many of you would be happy making an extra 100K to 500K? Yeah. So I'm going to give you this example, and I'm going to drive it home with this story. So about 12 years ago, I started my online business. Like most people, I was basically, I started a business, I failed. Everyone laughed at me, said, what the heck are you doing? And I remember, making my first $1 million. It took me 3 years. And I called up my dad and I was like, Dad, I've made it. I made $1.2 million. And he's like, son, are you sure? I'm like, Dad, I've done it. I'm sure. And he goes, okay, son, don't tell nobody. Okay. That's what basically Asian dads do. Okay. So he goes, don't tell nobody. And then he goes, okay, you got lucky. You're not going to do it again. So just save the money and don't tell nobody. Okay. And I was like, no, Dad, like I got this system. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, when you make your first 1 million or a few $1 million, and you're young in your, 22, 23 years old, sometimes you don't have the wisdom and you go and blow it. So before I lost, it wasn't even $1 million. My first 6 figures that I made, I lost it. And I remember thinking to myself, man, how can I be so stupid? I made 200 and something $1,000, and then I lost all of it. And I went down to 285 pounds or something in my bank account. Okay. And I literally saved a screenshot. Now, one of the things that I remember going through that exact moment is I remember thinking to myself, I may have lost the money, but I didn't lose the skill. Do you guys get that? Okay. Now, all praise to God. Hopefully I live a good, healthy, long life. As long as I have a good working sound mind, which I'm guessing all of you have. Okay. Once you develop the skill, no one can take this away from you. Does that make sense? When I was a kid, as an Asian kid, we're often taught, go to school, get a job, become a lawyer, doctor, accountant, or whatever, right? And my dad used to always say, son, you should try to make it in the medical field. And I used to always say, why? And he used to always say the same thing. If you become a doctor, then no one can take that skill away from you. And you can travel around the world, and everywhere you go, doctors are in demand. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you think that skills such as digital marketing is in a lot more demand and pays a lot more? In my penthouse office here, I got 20-year-old kids that are making 6 figures and 7 figures. Okay. Last time I checked, I have a couple of doctor friends, more than a couple, but some of them don't even make 7 figures. And they've been at it for about 10, 15 years. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not bashing doctors or anyone here, because I'm sure there's always doctors that join this program. All I'm saying is times are changing. You need to develop skills. The more higher income producing skills that you can develop, these are skills, they don't go out of fashion. You understand what I'm saying? So in one of our digital marketing, you can write this down, the Wealth Academy certification program, it comes with around 7 to 9 different skills that you can master as a digital marketing consultant, step-by-step systems that install digital marketing. Once you learn even one of these skills, such as, say, copywriting, how many of you know what copywriting is? Okay, such as copywriting, what you can do is you can find business owners and you can charge them $1,000, $1,500 to $5,000 a month for your copywriting services. Does that make sense? Okay, so it is of utmost importance that you develop and you commit to wanting to learn these skills. So let's go through. I'm going to basically show you guys one of these funnels. So let's go through. This is one of the funnels. Okay. This funnel right now, I'm going to break this down because this funnel is absolutely crushing it. It was a 2.5x, 2.5x. Yeah, 2.5x. Okay. So what does 2.5x mean? Remember the first day I said to you, simplify everything. Okay. You know, if you always feel complicated and overwhelmed with blah, 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 just like go back to its root foundation. The first order principles. What is it? Glass of water, a bad example, or whatever. First order principles. This, remember the first day I was talking about the Coca-Cola machines. You put in $1 or $2 and you get yourself a can of Coke, right? You can go anywhere in the world and that machine exists. That vending machine exists. Yes or no? Everyone agree? Okay.
Mhm.
Your job, ladies and gentlemen, is to have and find your own vending machine. You want to find your own vending machine, an ATM. Now, when you put in $1, you're not looking for Coke, you're looking for $2 back. So we launched this funnel, and here's what happens. We get a 2.5x ROAS. That means if we spend 10 grand, how much would we make, say, in a month's time, if it's 2.5x ROAS? Write it down. Someone write it down on 10K, $25,000. Okay, so we put in, how many of you would exchange right now $10,000 to make $25,000 per month? Raise your hand. Okay, this is the kind of mindset that you want to develop. If I put in 50 grand right now, does this have the potential to make me 50 grand a month? How many of you would put down 50 grand if you could make 50 grand a month?
Yeah.
If I give you a proven system, a proven funnel, and it's $50,000, but you can make $50,000 a month, how many of you would be like, that's a good deal? Okay, if you don't think that's a good deal, then you're not understanding the basics of business. Someone spoke to Ismail today and said, what did they say? Like, I want to get to $30,000 a month, but I have like less than $100. But you're not understanding, you have to have a machine. You have to invest in the machine. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. It's like, you can't just go and get a vending machine that gives out Coke. You have to buy the vending machine. You have to stick Coca-Cola in there. And then you have to go and advertise that and people can come in. Does that make sense? So it's like very basic business principles that I'm teaching you guys here. Okay. And the reason why I'm teaching you this is because sometimes we tend to forget. Okay. So this funnel, 2.5x ROAS. And by the way, we have many funnels. I'm going to show you some of them here today. So people come in, boom. Here's a headline. Here's a free gift, a headline. What's the headline? How to become a highly paid modern digital marketer in 2022 and make 10K per month with guaranteed income placement. What that means is we show people, if they go through the course, we'll show them how to go and get a job that pays up to $10,000 a month. Okay. So even if you have zero experience, etc. Scroll down, they see this image. Now the image is a picture of me with a headline. Can you guys see that? Underneath, it says free guide, how to become a highly paid digital marketer. Okay. What is this doing, guys? This is positioning me as an expert. Okay. So you can have an idea. You can basically create a guide that positions you as the go-to expert. Scroll down. These are some of the students that I've helped, that have purchased from me. I talked about Russell Brunson yesterday, paid me over $1 million, his company himself, okay, for one of my products. Okay, it wasn't a coaching service, just to clarify, it was something else. This guy paid me 50 grand and then took his business from $100,000 a month to $100,000 per week. Okay, so why do I show testimonials?
You want to add credibility?
Credibility. What else?
Authority.
Authority. Trust. Overcoming skepticism. Okay, by the way, hopefully your skepticism has reduced after you spending about 10 hours with me over the last few days. But when you started, how many of you were very skeptical? Okay, let me ask you another question. In general, how many of you are just in general skeptical? One of the reasons why people become skeptical is they've tried so many different things and they just haven't got the results. So we scroll down and then I show, hey, these are some of the countries that I've done business and live events in. I've got Singapore, USA, Toronto, Hong Kong, London, Vancouver, Canada, and a bunch of other countries. And the reason why I put these pictures up, because this all adds, what's the word, guys? Credibility. Okay, credibility. Scroll down, and then I add a story here. Okay, what do stories represent? Stories create trust. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Stories create trust. So here I talk about a little story, and then I say basically digital marketing has transformed my life. On the side, I show pictures of me speaking on stage, authority, brand building, etc. I also talk about the current news. What's the current news? Recession. So I talk about in 2009, the Great Financial Depression restarted. Now people come in, they opt in. Scroll down. Now they watch this video. Awesome. Okay. So what is this video? By the way, this is one of the best funnels I've ever seen and I've ever experienced in my entire life. Okay. Now let me ask you this question. If this funnel produces, say, a 2.5x ROAS, or let's just say makes $400,000 a month, if you had a similar funnel, do you think you could make an extra $4,000 to maybe $10,000 per month by a show of hands? Raise your hand if you'd like to learn this, but then you'd like to promote this as an affiliate so that we would take care of all the back end and you just get paid for sending people here. How many of you would be interested in that? Okay, as an affiliate. From our studies, it shows that 50% of you are interested in high ticket offers, and then 50% of you are interested in affiliate marketing, which I understand because you guys are from different backgrounds. Okay, so people come here, they watch this video, and what am I doing here? I'm talking about different students. So this is something that you want to add in. Different students resonate with different people. So first of all, you saw me, I showed an American lady. Okay, she's probably in her 50s. Why do I do that? Because some people that are watching this, they're going to be wanting to resonate with an American. That's one. Number two, the next lady I showed was Michelle Young from Singapore. Why would I show an accountant from Singapore and a high-level executive consultant from Singapore? Because I'm trying to appeal to who? To the corporate people. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yes. And so if you don't have testimonials, you want to make sure that you start collecting testimonials from day one. Okay. This is like something that's going to truly, truly help you. This is another couple. Okay. If you see here, so this couple that you guys just missed, or maybe you saw, they're an English couple from the UK. The lady used to do work in a bank for about 20 years, and her husband did some corporate stuff, business owner for a while. If you see here, so over here, I'm now presenting basically like, hey, I got this fancy award. You know, basically I've been featured on Forbes. Okay. It's like everyone knows Forbes. So when
Yeah,
they
Forbes. I want to be on Forbes one day.
how many of you want to be on Forbes one day?
I want to be on Forbes.
Okay. I have a story for everything. I have to tell you this story because it is what it is. Okay. I remember they sent this big massive plaque and a magazine to my parents' house. And you know, my dad gets the package. He's like, son, this is, check it out. And he basically says like the company's name. And I'm like, no, Dad, you open it. So he opens the package and he's like, you know, Forbes magazine. Okay. And I'm like, no, go through it, Dad. And he starts opening it, reading it. And then he goes, son, that's you. And it was like, and I was like, man, that's like one of the most amazing memories of my entire life. So that was really cool. But anyway, I had to share that with you. Home Business Connection magazine. Okay. When I was about 23 years old, I was making over 100 grand a month. That was over 10 years ago. I was featured on Home Business Connection magazine, took a picture, got the Bentley lifestyle picture, nice big house in the background. And then I had like thousands of copies of this print, and I would send it out to any prospects. Anyone that wanted to do business with me, I just send them the article. Now, if someone reads an article about you before they do business with you, how much more pre-sold are they going to be? High or low? High.
Hi.
And you want to write this down. Your marketing needs to pre-sell, pre-motivate, pre-educate your prospects. If you do that, selling becomes easy. When people get on the phone with my team and they want to buy a high-ticket program, their skepticism is all gone. They're like, hey, here's where I'm at. What do you guys have to offer? Why? Because the marketing on the front end is very strong. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay, so scroll down, and I basically walk them through this 3 steps. Watch the welcome video, book a call, and once you book a call, you get access to the webinar workshop. Okay, book a 15-minute free call, scroll down, shows more testimonials, shows blah, blah, blah. And this is basically what we refer to as sales copy, okay? And if you can see straight away, I'm talking about this guy and Ian Billingham, right? And so he's talking about how he used to make $300,000 per year in his 9-to-5 job after 20 years, and then he quit that and he started working with us. There's another guy. He used to do corporate sales. There's another. And if you see something here, these are all, if you play these videos, right? I'm not going to play them right now, but these are all people from different backgrounds. Are you guys seeing this? Okay. There's Dr. Jenny Tufenkian here. Okay. Licensed naturopathic physician and clinical instructor at the National College of Natural Medicine. It's not a museum. This guy, young guy, blah, blah. I've got basically endless of these testimonials. The point is this. We want to share and we want to educate people that they need these certification programs. Why? Because then they can become Wealth Academy certified and work with us on a close level. Does that make sense? So then you want to write this down, okay? On the websites, they can put a Wealth Academy badge saying that they have been certified from us. Now they get to leverage and associate themselves with me. Does that make sense? Okay. And do you guys think that would increase conversions? Yes. For example, George, if George said, hey, I'm a Wealth Academy certified consultant with Shaqir Hussyin and wealthacademy.com, or I'm a funnel certified consultant with Shaqir Hussyin, CEO of funnels.com, would that increase his authority? Yes or no? Okay, guys, I paid Tony Robbins. It sounds really weird, but I essentially paid Tony Robbins over $50,000. Okay, and I thought, okay, the first time I meet him, I'm gonna get a one-on-one call with him. The event finished around 10 p.m. He comes over at 2 a.m. and he takes one group picture with us. And I remember just being like so mad. And I was like, what? This is so crazy. And then so then what happened was we went to another event. It was in Amsterdam. I had to fly over there and stuff. And then I took a picture with him one-on-one. Okay. Now I may have spent say $50,000, $60,000 on that program, took a picture with Tony Robbins. But how many people, thousands and thousands of people, have seen me with a picture of Tony Robbins? Is this powerful? I literally had somebody buy one of my, like a 20K program. And I said, what was the main decision? And he goes, oh man, I saw you with Tony Robbins and Richard Branson. Okay. Now, for those of you guys who are not in the UK, Sir Richard Branson, who is a billionaire, basically, he's a really famous guy in the UK. He's all over the world, but the British people know him very, very well. So authority by association. Who can you associate yourself with? Okay. That's going to boost your authority. So I'm sharing this funnel with you guys. First stage is, they book a call. Second stage is they watch this free digital marketing workshop. And third step is every now and then we'll come up with different, so for example, COVID was obviously affecting a lot of people. So we came up with a COVID relief subsidized program over here. You guys getting this? Okay. And then scroll down, boom. Again, it's a free value. They book a call. And once they book a call, they can get access to the program. And then we also have this money made back guarantee. Okay. So money made back guarantee is essentially we'll work with you until you make your money. So you're guaranteed not to lose. How many of you think that's a strong guarantee? Okay. So for example, if I said to you, hey, pay me $20,000 and I'll guarantee that you're going to make your money back as long as you do the work. How many of you think, okay, I could do this? It's like, you'll go find the money because it's like, what have you got to lose? So same way, when you launch your programs, ask yourself, how can you remove the risk? How can you do a risk reversal on your offer? Okay. And sometimes you may not have to do money back guarantee. Maybe you can do something else where, hey, I'm going to help you get this result, or I'm going to work with you until you do. Does that make sense? Okay. So next thing is, so over here, if you can see, how to start a digital marketing business in 2022 and have small businesses pay you $2,500 to $5,000 a month. Okay. So how many of you guys would be interested in this product just by a show of hands? I'm just curious. Okay. Imagine if you had a step-by-step system that you could go to your small business, your local business, any business. I got a restaurant down there. I got another restaurant down there, another cafe down there. I could walk into any shop, go to the CEO, go to the owner, and as long as it's somewhat decent, they're making more than say 5 or 10 grand a month, okay? Which most businesses, small businesses do, right? And you go and pitch them. How many of you think if you showed them how to make more money, they would cut you a piece of the pie each month? Yeah. The only reason you wouldn't even believe that is because you've never experienced it or you have some self-belief. But if you have, not right now, but in our VIP programs, we literally show you how to go to any local business, and you don't have to even go in person. You can literally just email them and show them how you can grow the business. They say yes, they sign the contract, they send you money, and you outsource 100% of the work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for example, Ismail, that's sitting right next to me, how much do you charge again? 16K? $16,200 per customer he charges, yeah? Are you guys getting this? What's your cost on this? Okay, his total cost is about 6K. So he's still walking away with a juicy $10,000 profit, right? By the way, are you doing the traffic? No. Are you creating the content?
No.
So he's managed to find contractors. And by the way, we show you step by step how to do this. He's managed to find other people that would completely go and do all of the work.
Mhm.
Is this making sense to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is, one of the things, again, it's a solid offer. That's why it works. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is what, the behind the scenes, because some of you are like, oh my gosh, okay, this is a webinar. I get it. People come in, they pull out the credit card, they buy this. Okay. So if they buy this, what happens? How do I create my own one? This is the checkout page for this. Okay. So on this one, there's basically two versions of this, but this version, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Agency Marketing Academy. How much is that? $6,000. Wealth Academy certification. Bang, bang, bang. This is what they get. Shaqir gets a client for you. You get your own website, all of this stuff, $6,000. Okay, done for you. Copy, paste ads, plug and play, scale to $30,000 a month. We give you a list of 50 niches, around 50 done for you funnels that you can go to any niche, whether it's a dentist, a doctor, chiropractor, what else? Service providers, okay, doctors, lawyers, accountants, whatever. How many of you think this would be worth the $6,000? Think about this. We give you campaigns, so copy and paste campaigns, whether it's on accountant. So for example, you go to an accountant and you say, hey, do you guys have Facebook ads? 99% of them don't have Facebook ads because they rely on referrals and organic marketing. Yes or no? Okay, you simply go to them and say, hey, we can get your Facebook ad set up and we can get you a done for you funnel installed. You can charge 2,500 to 5, maybe even 10 grand for the funnel. Then you can start charging them 5 grand a month for Facebook ads. Okay. And then you can outsource all of the work for maybe 1,500 bucks. So now you made, 2,500 to 10K upfront cash profit. And then you also now make around 3 to 4K per month in pure passive recurring income from one client. Is this making simple sense to you guys? Raise your hand if it's making sense. Okay. So if you get 2 clients or 3 clients, you can easily make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Okay. You have to do the work. We show you again. Now, what the reason why I'm actually showing you this is because if you see here, this is the actual offer. We give our clients a done for you website, the scripts, the phone calls, so for example, if now a business owner says, hey, Peter, I'm interested in hiring you. And you're like, oh my gosh, someone's finally said yes to me. You don't want to get on the phone and be like, hi, mate. You want to get on the phone and be like, hey, here's how it works. This is my service. What's your big pain point? Let me see how I can help you. And imagine you can use the full scripts, phone scripts. And then again, after you complete the course, you get the digital marketing certification. And then there's a whole bunch of bonuses that we've done. So done for you sales presentation. That's for myself. The Wealth Academy certification, the plug and play template vault, profitable campaigns. And we also give a no risk lifetime money made back guarantee on this. Everyday price, $20,000. Today, $6,000. How many of you think that's an insane offer? Like literally, we've taken all the risk from the end customer. This is one of the reasons why this offer converts very well. Okay. And just to show you guys how, like when we come up with offers, this is what we do. So if you see here, okay, we come up with the main marketing angles. Okay. This is like really behind the scenes stuff, but I'm showing you guys. Create high paying, flexible remote jobs, capitalizing on the fact that there's a pandemic right now and people want to make money online. Yes or no? Okay. Listen, people have lost trust in the government, in politics, blah, blah, blah. They just want to make money online right now. Create lucrative, flexible business as a digital marketer. Okay. Learning one skill that will make businesses big for your services. Create big paydays so you can get paid today plus earn recurring revenue. So Ismail is using this same model, exact same thing. Okay. He's doing, and he's getting paid upfront $5,000 a month from one client. Okay, guys, this guy is sitting right next to me. And I'm telling you this right now. He's not delivering any of the work. Is that cool or not? Is that cool? Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. And again, I'm sure.
Sure.
He knows also some of you are skeptical. So he goes, here's my Stripe account. Okay, there you can see. Okay. Is that cool or what? That's what is that? That's over 21 grand. Okay, 21,000 bucks in the last 10 days. I mean, like, I don't even know how much more real I can make this for you guys. Okay. So essentially, we have the traffic. Remember, traffic funnels offers. Okay. So traffic is we're getting the traffic from Facebook, email list, organic Facebook. We do open this up to some affiliates, okay, where they can make like $1,500 commissions, all the way up to $10,000 commissions by becoming an affiliate for this program. By show of hands, how many of you would love to consider being one of my affiliates? Yeah, we're going to be taking on a handful of students. Yep. So
In the
the landing
back end.
page, the landing page is here. Then the VSL for booked calls. Okay. Then we have the booking call page. So they book a call. Okay, there's a little thank you page. As soon as they do this, there's a follow-up message that gets set up. How many of you guys got a text message from us? I will make sure that you guys do. After the webinar, okay, people will have objections, queries, concerns, and we will basically follow up with them. Now, this particular webinar went on for about 4 hours, okay? You do not have to create a webinar for 4 hours until you are a professional. Are you guys with me? Okay, one of the things we teach our clients to do is get what's called a VSL funnel, which I want to show you guys how to create. Very simple. But once you have a lot of experience, then you can create a automated webinar. Okay, write this down.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. If you, again, in the beginning, if you look at this and you're like, you're just so scared to do this, so don't. What you can do, again, is learn about webinars. In the certification program, we have an entire course on how to create webinars. Now, imagine you didn't want to create webinars for yourself. How many of you guys think you could create webinars for other businesses, right? Imagine you don't like making videos, you don't want to talk on camera, you don't want to do anything, but you can get really good at this one skill of learning how to create slides, PowerPoint presentations using a copy and paste framework. How many of you think you could do that? Those of you who have your videos turned off, give me a thumbs up if that's you. And I shared with you guys my story of becoming a webinar expert, right? In a nutshell, I did over 100 webinars and presentations, online, offline. That's how I got good at it. Once I got good at it, I realized it's one of the best things you can do to make money. How many of you would love to just wake up and say, let's just say something happens, God forbid, and you needed to make an extra 100 grand or an extra 500 grand. And you just turn around and said, okay, what's the webinar I can create that can pull this in? How many of you would like to have that ability? Okay. When I have financial challenges in my life, okay. And by the way, I do, they're just different than some people. Okay. I remember one time I woke up and my assistant, and I was like really young and naive, and she called me up and she's like, hey, just found out you owe 550 grand to the tax people. I'm like, and my response to her was, oh, I didn't know I have to pay taxes. Okay. Now the thing is, at that time, I just paid it off. Okay. And one of the things that has helped me navigate the complexities of life is when something happens, I have an automatic way of thinking, which is, hey, what's the offer I need to create? Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Yeah. You know, if you, I'm telling you this is like what wealthy people do. The top funnel experts. And by the way, there's a handful of them, you know, the people, especially people that have done like, look, you can make $1 or $2 million if you just work hard. Okay. You can get lucky, right? But to make $10 million or $20 million or $30 million, this is not by accident. It's a system. Yes or no?
Yes.
It's not some stupid luck or some magic trick or some, it requires real skill and real systems to do that. Okay. And by the way, most of this stuff I did before I turned 30 years old. Like this is one area of my life I guess God has really blessed me with. And again, I want to pass this knowledge on to you guys and share with you that once you get the skills and the systems, it's just a matter of you can write your own paycheck for the rest of your life. You have an issue? No, not an issue. Your wife, your husband wants to go somewhere? Not an issue. You want to buy a house? Cost £1 million? Okay, what does that mean? It means you have to help 100 people that pay you 10 grand. You see that? Who's getting it? Is anyone getting any aha, or am I the only one that's getting ahas? Okay. I tell my wife all the time, one of the reasons why I don't like teaching people is because as soon as I start teaching, I realize, oh my gosh, I just need to be left alone in a coffee shop or somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and I can just bang out as many $1 million offers as possible. Okay. But this is the skill that you can all develop. All right. It takes a little bit of time, takes some work, But if you commit to it, okay, if you get the right help, you know, this stuff is very doable. So again, I'm going to break down this offer for you guys so that you see it. Offer breakdown. Again, every now and then we like to run special promotions and stuff. Our prices change. Why do they change? Because we change with the times. Okay. So this offer, I'm thinking of increasing the price. Different times we have it different. $20,000 everyday price. I have sold, I don't know how many, but I'm guessing a lot of them from around, I think, $10,000 to $20,000. Okay. And now it's priced at say $6,000 or whatever. Okay. In the UK, we charge a little bit more because I got to pay VAT and stuff, and additional tax. So what is it? Full online digital university, online course, group coaching and mentoring. We also have this, hey, how do you make your money in 21 days? Okay. Through referrals, become a certified digital marketer. And one of the biggest things people say is, but Shaq, I have no business. Okay. And I don't know what to promote. So we tell them, look, you can become an affiliate of ours. That's number one. So you can take our products and services, copy and paste, and then promote it. That's number one. And then number two is something called I couldn't come up with a better name, but Omar Bib. Okay. What is the Omar Bib? Online marketing agency, business in a box. Okay. Because people are like all the time, they'll come up to us and say, listen, I want to make money, but I don't have a solid product or a service. Now I want to get basically a business in a box. So we say, okay, you know what? We'll give you a business in a box that basically includes everything that you need from online marketing agency, tools, resources, proposal, legal agreements. And this is valued at, you know, $10,000. How many of you guys think this is valuable? Listen, let me give you an example. If you don't have the right legal agreements, you can easily, how should I say, excuse my French, get screwed in the wrong manner. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll give you an example, Joanna, and everyone listening. Now I don't do this as much, but before I still do it every now and then. Someone like Ismail, I'll do it. So I get this funnel for a certain somebody. Okay. I won't mention his name. He scales his business from literally say, you know, whatever, a few $1,000 to $50,000 a month to $250,000 a month. Okay.
Wow.
Is that a lot of money, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. His dad practically came up to me, started nearly crying. He's like, my son has now started reading, I think, the Bible. He sees you, he looks up to you, blah, blah, blah. All good stuff. God bless him, God guide him, etc. Okay. Then he turns around to me and he says, oh yeah, you know, we've decided basically, we don't want to partner up with you. Just so you guys know, okay? I built the funnel, I did all the work, but I made the critical newbie mistake of not having the legal agreement that I own 50% of that business. Now, what I realized is people can be good. People are good in general, okay? But you can't trust the devil inside of them. He's sorry. He never made two. He told me, his dad told me, his dad was like 60, 70 years old. His dad told me he's never made like 100 grand in a month. He said, my son has broken the 4-minute mile. You know, he's now making over 100 grand a month. Okay. And by the way, I have no animosity, jealousy, hard feelings. I'm like, don't worry. God hooked him up. It's okay. Okay. I have an abundance mindset. Can you guys tell? Okay. Abundance. Okay. Abundance. My wife will always remind me, abundance over scarcity. Okay. So, you know, to create real wealth, to be happy in life, I believe you have to always have abundance. So, but the point I'm making for you guys, it's not for me, it's for you guys is, look, if you do not have legal agreements, sometimes people can take advantage of you. And I wouldn't want that to happen. Okay. And I truly believe, like, you know, if people do, then just let go and move forward fast. Life is too short to hold on to grudges. Anyone else like that? Okay. You know, and especially from a spiritual perspective and mental, physical, emotional perspective, it's not healthy, right? I've met many women as well, but mainly men. They'll come to my events and they're just so angry and so emotional. I'm like, bro, what happened? You know, and they're like telling me this story 20 years ago. They got robbed from. I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, just let it go. Okay, so next thing, sales scripts, teams, KPI sheets. Okay, webinar templates to use. Again, we make all of this stuff really, really easy. Give everyone all of the tools so that they have no way to fail. Okay. By the way, how many of you would like to enroll in this program? Just by a show of hands. Okay. It's $6,000 if you would want this. Okay. So Ismail or Johanna, someone from our team will get in touch. We have a very strict policy, which everyone has to go through an application just so that we can make sure we're only selecting the right people to work with. I'd say about 20% of the people we have to kindly decline. I saw today Ismail just said, hey, 2 potential clients. And he said, listen, even if you have the money, this isn't right for you. And I said, top man, okay, the sale is not for us, it's for you guys. Okay. And we want to make sure that it's always a right fit. Okay. Now, if you get on the phone and you come across like you're a baller, then we will offer you the baller packages. So you should step up. Okay. Joanna said to me today, she's like, check. In the middle of a course, she's like, check, I need to get your $50,000 program. I'm like, you just bought one. She's like, no, I need to get the 50K program. So guys, this is the second funnel that I'm going to go through. Okay. Second funnel, like I said, I want to show you the automated selling machines. Okay. Again, so here's what I'm going to show you guys. This is the call funnel, the call VSL funnel. Again, it's kind of similar. People come in, blah, blah, blah. They opt in. Okay. Have you guys realized we always collect opt-ins? Okay. We always ask for people to give us the name and email address. Why? Because this will help us build a list. Are you guys with me so far?
I had a question. Are you on the finals? Is the like an Aweber integrated with the email list? You guys add the plugins?
Yeah. So
Create your own list.
You either use like Aweber, ActiveCampaign, Infusionsoft. So Arsal, who's here, you know, he leads the tech division and some of the marketing stuff. So he basically helps all that set up. So what is this? Again, I'm going to go very quickly go through this one. This is the starter funnel that we help all of our clients have. So we build this out for you. This is essentially, we help you. Okay, I want you guys to write this down. This is the VSL funnel that gets you high quality,
Please
high
show the
ticket
screen.
calls.
Please show the screen.
Okay, so this
You
is
weren't seeing it before.
okay. Thanks, buddy. This is the call funnel that we have. What is it? It's a VSL. People watch the VSL. Okay, people watch the VSL, and once they watch the VSL, what happens is this one is me talking to coaches and consultants. How many of you look at yourself as coaches, consultants, doctors, therapists, healers? By a show of hands, raise your hand. Okay, those of you who don't have your video on, raise your hand so I can see how many coaches we have. Okay, a handful. Okay, so with this program, basically, this part is a little bit hypey. Basically, I log into one of the bank accounts. It shows like $20 million, about 16 million pounds. Again, I just like this is stuff you don't have to do when you're starting off. Remember, this is probably my 10th version. Okay, do you guys see that? Okay, I will refine this. Why? Because you only have to get lucky once, right? And so, you know, this one right now is converting very well. Mikey has done an excellent job with this video. And, you know, I basically say, hey, you know, in 3 years, I took a business to $20 million. It works out to be $700 per hour, $18,000 per day for 3 years straight. Do you think I can help you? Anyone? Yeah. So when people see that, they're like, oh my gosh, okay, I've never seen that. Anyone else show that? Let me get in. So they come in and then they'll purchase a program anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 all the way up to $50,000. Okay, all it is it's what's called a call funnel. So I'm going to give you the insights and I'm going to give you a quick little script that you can use. So it could be as simple as this. So for example, I'm going to do this VSL just in front of you guys right now. Okay, so how would you like to generate an extra 3, 5, even 10 new clients every single week? Hey everyone, my name is Shaqir Hussyin. I'm the founder of funnels.com. If you've been struggling with lack of consistent lead generation, lack of new quality high ticket clients each and every single day in your business, and you want a predictable automatic client generating machine, then I've just put together a brand new presentation that's going to show you step by step how you can get a done for you funnels set up. Once you set it up, you'll have automatic leads, automatic clients coming in. And what's even more, we'll give you one of our done for you sales system. So you get a setter, you get a closer. So you never even have to do any of the sales yourself. I'm actually teaching this to a class of close to about 250 customers right now. Swipe up, I'll see you there. That was 1 minute.
That was good.
That was perfect.
Yeah, it's like, that's how you do it. Like that.
Okay.
That's
So how easy was that?
I don't know. I did it for you guys. Okay. And then I realized, oh, I actually look kind of cool. So Mikey's going to upload
you're
it.
in your zone. It's like you're already in the zone. Like, might as well.
Yeah, Mikey's going to upload
Yeah,
it.
commission's on that now, yeah?
Yeah.
That was
So,
so genuine and authoritative.
so did you guys see how easy that is as well? Okay. So
Yeah.
in the beginning, okay, sometimes, you know, these things take a little bit of practice, but this doesn't happen overnight. This is why, you know, we talk about our mentorship programs, 90 days and 12 months. Okay. And I think I've shown you enough, and I want to give you guys a very special opportunity to come and work with me and my team, how many of you would like that? Like, how many of you have seen enough to say, oh my gosh, this is insane. I want to go and work with this team, just by a show of hands. Okay. Is it okay if do I have your permission to actually share this stuff with you guys? Okay. So tomorrow I'm going to do a presentation where I'm going to actually break down, and you want to write this down. I'm going to break down the math and science to go from 0 to 10K to 100 grand per month. Okay. What I've done is I put together a little page. Okay. And by the way, when I mean a little page, it usually means a long page, but I'm going to try to summarize it for you guys here. Okay. So this is another funnel. Okay. This funnel is responsible for, I'd say, consistently around $500,000 a month. Okay. So essentially what happens is this: people come in, they watch a video like this. They basically go through they hear the different case studies, success stories. Okay. Once they hear the case studies and success stories, then what happens is they scroll down. Okay. They book a phone call. Okay. Scroll down. And then I just go through all of this stuff, explain what funnels is. I show some social proof. I show this guy, Russell Brunson. I show proof of $125,000 that he sent over. Okay, scroll down, blah, blah, blah. And then I show off some, I guess these are, big name people. And then lots of testimonials. Okay, people that made $1 million, $10 million, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so scroll down. There's so many scrolling to do. Okay. What am I doing here? I'm overwhelming someone with endless proof. Does that make sense? Okay. And by the way, this didn't happen overnight. So some of you are going to be thinking, oh my gosh, but man, I don't even have one testimonial. Guys, it's okay. It's a step-by-step process. Okay. So what I've done is I've taken my best funnels. So let's just say I showed you one funnel, which is the automated webinar. Okay. Write this down, everyone. The price point of this one is $6,000. Okay. This course. This is an automatic course. Okay. This is a proven funnel. What's the word? A proven funnel. Okay. So second one is basically my funnels VSL call funnel. This is where we sell anywhere from 10K to 30K to 50K programs. Okay. We do all the selling, telling, pre-selling, delivery, customer service, blah, blah, blah. Okay. My third funnel. Okay. And by the way, I have a book funnel. I have blah, 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 live event funnels, but I'm just giving you 3 core funnels. How many? Just 3 funnels right now. Okay. Let's just say my next one is what's called the salesfunnelschallenge.com. Okay. By the way, this is the one that you guys are in. Okay. Also, this is a proven campaign. If you see, they are all proven, they are all time tested, and their delivery is on point. What that means is when someone delivery and probably time tested, the sales, okay, and delivery is on point. So how this works is this. Let's go through this for now. Traffic equals people, okay, plus conversions is your funnels and your offers, okay, equals cash. So essentially, I have built out this part, conversions, the funnels, the offers, okay, and I built this for myself. Based on the feedback, and I think between my team, how many calls have you guys done? 40, 50? Let's say 50 phone calls that my team have done. And by the way, these are the audit calls, okay? This wasn't, where they were offering you or selling you stuff. This was just free value. Did you guys get value out of those? Okay, so from these calls, what we've identified is people want 2 things, okay? Well, 3 things. They want, 1, their own high ticket offer, and this could be a course or an agency or basically their own programs. How many of you would like that? Just by a show of hands. For you to finally launch your own, okay? And remember what I said to you. You do this because you want to keep close to 100% of the profits that come in, okay? Now, some of you are like, yo, Shaq, I come from affiliate marketing background. I just want to be able to sell stuff I just want to be able to place ads, and I need the selling, the webinars, everything basically done for me. I don't want to talk to people. I just want to promote a proven funnel. How many of you are in that camp by a show of hands? Okay, raise your hand. Okay, those of you who don't have your video on, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Give me a thumbs up so I can see. Okay, because it seems like one of the reasons why you guys don't turn your videos on, okay, is because you're interested in affiliate marketing, okay? Affiliate marketing, right? So what I thought to myself is, okay, what would be the perfect offer that includes both of these? But then I also want to make sure that there is a no fail component, which is usually what happens is when you buy my programs, okay? So for example, if you bought any of my programs, I just told you guys, I took 2 years off. I was focused on other investments and whatever, right? So even if you paid, say, $30,000, say Joanna, right? The program that you purchased, you would have probably just get a single text message from me saying congratulations, and you would have spent all your time with my team because I don't do any of it, okay? However, today, during this challenge, those of you who enrolled, you are going to get direct, what's the word, guys? Direct mentorship from me, okay? I'm not saying that my team isn't good, but I'm saying you are going to get me. How many of you believe with my mentorship, you can go from 0 to 10 grand a month, to 50 grand a month, to 100 grand a month? And again, I will personally mentor you, okay? What does that look like? I'll show you. It will be a group mentorship where we will meet every single week, okay? Group mentorship plus mastermind, in person plus virtual, okay? If you can't attend the in-person event, you're gonna be able to get the virtual mastermind, okay? So I really thought about this and I thought, it's fine. What else can we do to make sure that they don't have any issues whatsoever? And as you guys know, okay, I have, behind the scenes, I drive a lot of traffic, okay? So what that means is, let me give you guys an example, okay? How many of you know what these Instagram influencers, those people that post pictures of themselves and they promote products? Okay, we've spent over 300 to 400,000 pounds just with them. We have a whole list. How many would you say of influencers that we have? 170 proven influencers. By the way, we have a list of in the thousands, but 170 that we've worked with that we can tap into anytime. So for example, I'm just going to pick on Joanna right now. Joanna comes up with this offer. She's going to teach ladies how to, become confident and start their online business. Okay. That's one offer. Maybe she doesn't want to even promote her stuff. She wants to promote my stuff as an affiliate. Well, guess what? Instead of her spending months, even years learning about traffic, okay? And guys, usually this is usually a $5,000 a month management fee, okay, for my traffic agencies, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you access to my done for you traffic agency, okay?
Nice.
At no extra cost. That means if you want done for you traffic, whether it's solo ads, okay? How many of you would like solo ads where you literally get someone else to send you 100 to 1,000 clicks a day? You don't have to lift a single finger.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
You will get done for you traffic sent to your affiliate link. So solo ads. If you want Facebook ads, we can discuss this. Okay. Facebook ads agency. I own fbaadsagency.com, by the way. Okay. And then if you wanted anything on Instagram as well, using Instagram influencers, essentially, if you apply today and you get selected to work with us, okay, again, this is a private thing. I don't really talk about it because I don't need to. I make probably more money than when I'm not talking about this, but I will give you guys access to my done for you traffic agency. So what does this look like? Let me show you what this looks like. First stage is you're going to give me 90 days. How many days, guys? 90 days, which is 3 months. Okay. Some of you will be able to launch your offer in less than a week. Some of you will take a month. I will help you launch your own high ticket offer. If you don't have your own high ticket offer and you don't want to brand yourself as an expert and authority, that's fine. You can go the agency route, which is the agency business in a box. Does this make sense? The second thing that we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys a live 6-week live program on affiliate marketing secrets. Okay. This program, I plan to charge around $5,000 when I launch it. You will get this for free. Okay, you will get this for free if you enroll today. So usually what happens is when we create our programs, we don't really offer all of these things. We just do this one. And we just tell everyone, hey, if you want it, you buy it. Like, for example, Johanna, before this challenge, she bought this, right? The only thing she's getting, I mean, she's going to, I will hook you up right now. Okay. But the only thing she was really getting was just this. Okay. She wasn't getting access to this or some of these things or even this. Okay. But I want you guys to know, okay, that if you take action today, I am going to hook you up with all of this. So let's go through and I'm going to give you guys the link. Okay. And it's on funnels.com/VIP. Ismail, can you drop the link in the chat, please? I'm making these videos so that you guys don't have to. Okay. And so all you have to do is essentially send traffic to my automated funnels as an affiliate. Yeah. So I'm going to break this down for you guys again. Step one is over a period of 3 months. How many months? 3 months. I'm going to mentor you directly on how to make money with high ticket offers, how to launch your own business, okay? How to launch your own brand, how to have people coming to work with you. As you're learning and doing this with my team and me, it's like a earn whilst you learn program. On the side, you're going to be able to earn whilst you learn. Who likes the idea of that? So from day one, you're going to be able to become an affiliate and promote our proven funnels. So I'll give you an example of just one of them, okay? So do you have a JV page for the WA sets? This is what you would get access to, okay? This is, by the way, one of 3 done for you funnels that you guys can promote, okay? One of 3, okay? No one else has access to this. Recently, we had an affiliate join, Jonathan Montoya. How many of you guys came from Jonathan Montoya? Okay, quite a few of you. Okay, so Jonathan, he's become one of my affiliates, okay? Our affiliate program is different. It's not an open program. It's by selection only. Why? Because if I'm going to give you the opportunity to partner up with me, make $10,000 to $50,000 a month, I need to make sure that you are ethical, that you're going to be a right fit, and that you're going to be one of our success stories. Is that fair to say? Okay, this is not open for everyone. That's why there's an application process. You have to actually speak to Ismail. He has to make sure that you're going to be a right fit. So $1,500 per sale. What do? You click here, you sign up as an affiliate, okay? And then what happens is, okay, people come in, again, your people will come in and they will be able to purchase one of my best-selling program called the Wealth Academy Certification, okay? Digital Marketing Accelerator. This is what the entire program looks like, okay? So I've done all the naming, design, all the copy, putting the offer together, integrating all the checkout pages, the upsell funnel, every single thing that you can think about, okay? All of these courses are completely done, okay? I've spent a lot of money building some of these courses. The webinar marketing specialist program, this alone, we were selling for like 10 grand, okay? So all of these are included. And then we scroll down and you get basically done for you proven campaigns, email swipes. You click on this, boom, it shows you email swipe file, copy and paste. Okay, so you don't have to write any of these emails. This is all copy and paste materials that you can use to get instant commissions. Okay, is this valuable stuff, guys? By show of hands, anyone finds this valuable? Okay, yeah, you have to imagine. I mean, there's 17 pages of all of this. You don't have to write the email copy. We just set you up with your own automated affiliate system. Proven Facebook ad campaigns, okay? So how many of you would like to spend $1 to make $2.50 back? Basically spend 10 grand to make a potential 20K back or more than 20K. Well, guess what? One of the systems that we use is Facebook ads. So I already have these ads. Can you guys see this? Okay. Now these ads are highly converting because I have the awards. I got a picture of Russell Brunson, blah, blah, blah. Here, this is another one. This was me in Dubai. Breaking news, digital marketer reveals industry secrets, okay? These ads convert. Does that make sense? And we've spent a lot of money testing what works and what doesn't work. So you're going to be able to get our copy and paste Facebook ads, and you're going to be able to get this set up for yourself. Is this valuable stuff? Like, I want you guys to really understand, if you want to do this yourself, which I'm going to teach you how to do, but it takes a little bit of time, okay? Like if you want to make millions of dollars, it doesn't happen overnight. Okay. If you're expecting to make millions of dollars overnight, then this is not the program for you. Okay. We're not selling get rich quick stuff. We're selling you get rich surely program. What does that mean? You do the work and there's a good chance you're going to make money. Okay. So these are my YouTube videos. How many of you guys would like to utilize my YouTube videos? I mean, you just saw me. I just made a VSL. I just made a video in like 1 minute. Mikey's going to edit it right now. Do you see how fast we move? Okay, so we want to help you move real fast. These are some of the videos. Scroll down. And again, there's so many different things that's over here. You know, the quote banner ads. So we give you literally copy and paste banner ads, XYZ. And again, obviously I have so many different testimonials, and this is the actual webinar presentation. Boom. So let's go over this. Scroll down. Okay, scroll down. This is the program that we're offering. One program, there's different levels to the program, but instead of, you know, my normal programs, which are like $30,000 each, I've decided, because there's a mix of you here, and you know, you've spent the last few days with me, what I've decided is to offer this program for people, even if you're on a budget. Now, if you're like struggling to pay your rent and you're like completely broke, don't do this, okay? But if you're in a place where you're like, hey, I'm gonna commit and I'm gonna figure it out, like Joanna, okay? She literally started just before this challenge, and she said, hey, I'm gonna sign up. And I'm like, no, we don't do this. And she's like, no. You give me 20 days, I'm gonna find a way, I'm gonna get the money. Do you see where I'm going with this? Okay, so it's like, if you're committed, you're gonna find a way. If you're not committed, you're gonna find an excuse or create a story, and nothing will change. Nothing will change. You know, come next week, you're gonna jump onto another program, another guru. But what I'm offering here is literally a no-fail system, a no-fail way. Consider this. I want you to consider this as your last and final program that you ever need to buy, because I have included every single thing. From if you have a business, then I'll help you scale it up. If you don't have a business, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to start one with digital marketing, with a complete step-by-step breakdown of how to launch your own high-ticket offers / agency, and give you access to the affiliate program. Here's what I've got for you, okay? And I'm gonna basically give you the short and easy summary of this program. Number one, I'm gonna help you start up and scale up your own high ticket offer. That means, how do you get people to pay you $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, even $10,000 and beyond for your expertise, your experience, your passion, your knowledge? Okay, so in your life, you have collected all sorts of different experiences. How many of you agree? Now, what happens is, because you're in it, you forget that you can extract that, put it in a system where someone else is going to pay you a premium price, a premium investment for a transformational result. Does that make sense? So in this 90-day VIP Funnels Accelerator version 3.0, I am going to, with my team, coach you and mentor you. So I do 1 call a week. Okay, I have the sales team, they will do 1 call a week. So if you struggle with sales, if you've never sold anything in person, on the phone, but you'd love to learn the skill of selling, you're going to be able to do that. Okay, maybe you want a script and you want your calls to be reviewed and critiqued and helped with. Okay, so that you can up your game when it comes to selling. You're going to have sales training. You're also going to have copywriting help. How do you turn words into cash? How do you turn your message, your mess, into a profitable message? So many people, they have the experience, expertise, passion, life stories, but they don't know how to translate that into a premium price program. Guess what? My team and I will help you do exactly that with this program. Next, here's what you're going to get, okay? So you're going to get marketing and funnels with myself. You're going to get sales and closing on the phone with our lead sales trainer. You're going to get copywriting help, again, once a week. So if you don't know what to call your program, how to position it, how to package it, how to create authority and branding, guess what? My copywriting expert will help you. Then we have traffic, again, each day. So we have a call each day, right? Then we have the creative side, which is my right-hand man, who's been doing all of my video work, my social media marketing. He's going to be doing a call once a week. He's going to show you the different strategies, the tips, the tricks, the secrets on how to grow your business. For example, did you know I spend probably less than 30 minutes a week on actually social media marketing? How is that even possible? Well, I do the work once, and then my video gets sliced up, created into different social media posts, posted on IG, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And guess what? The cool thing is, I don't even do anything. How do you create a system like that? Well, what if the guy that's been working with me, traveling around the world, probably for the last 4 or 5 years with me, what if he was to teach you and literally give you the same system? Okay, my plan is to grow my companies to $100 million in the next 3 years. Okay, and I want to help you get to your first 100K or your first $1 million, maybe even your first $10 million and beyond. Okay, I've got the experience, I've got the awards, I've got the accolades, I've got the recognition. I don't need to do this for myself anymore. Right? The truth is, you joining this program is not going to really change my life. Okay, but it's going to change your life. The sale is not for me. The sale is for you. Okay, the sale is for you. So, by the way, guys, right now I'm doing a VSL that you guys can leverage. Is this cool or what? Okay, because look, I'm doing the work once and I need my stuff to go on forever. You understand? I can't be doing the same thing over and over again. So make sure you have this and cut it out from here. Okay, I'm gonna start again. All right, Ismail, please make sure you mute you mute anyone that makes a noise. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what you're also going to get, okay, is my creative director, him giving you the system, the social media SOPs, the posting strategy, anything that I'm working on, boom, you're going to get it. So all of the intelligence that I get from being in so many different masterminds, I give it to him, and then he shares it with you directly. And the last, and probably one of the most important ones, is the traffic calls. Okay, so once a week, you're going to get access to a traffic call. We'll cover stuff like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, YouTube organic, Facebook organic, TikTok, Instagram influencers, organic, paid, different types of traffic method. Once a week, you'll know how to get new customers flooding your business. Imagine the confidence that you're going to have when you have people coming to you. So you become the hunted and not the hunter. Does that make sense? Is this powerful stuff or what? Okay, so you're going to be able to get that, and that's a 90-day accelerator. Okay, so we have 2 versions of this. It's the VIP accelerator and the VIP elite. Okay, so both of these programs will come with the 90 days intensive. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to give you a proven, done for you funnel guide. So just like how you see, okay, almost most of my funnels, it leads with a free playbook, a free marketing guide, a report. You've seen me, talk about Backpack Millionaire and how this funnel and this book transformed one of my businesses and helped me grow to 8 figures and beyond, right? And so imagine you have your own book, your own guide branded with you, positioning you as the go-to expert, creating massive authority, okay? And how it's structured. Every single little bit that we've identified over the last decade, we're going to do that for you, with you. So that's the done for you guide funnel. We're also going to help you and give you access to a done for you VSL call funnel. So you saw how people come in, they opt in, right? They give their name and email address, and then boom, they watch this presentation that automatically does the selling, telling, convincing. So when people are on the phone, they're already ready to buy. The truth is though, it's actually a 4-step process. Okay, so I'm going to give you and help you build this out with my team, the entire 4-step process. What's next is people ask us all the time, hey, Shaqir and your team, do you do email automation? Okay, now I've been sending an email a day for close to about 8 years. I've sent out around 5,000 emails, more emails than anyone else I know in this entire industry. You're going to get access to proven 30 time-tested campaigns for email marketing. One of the things people will say to me is, this sounds great, but I don't want to post on social media every day. I don't want to be going out and talking to people. That's great. What we're going to give you is our done for you social media posts, campaigns that you can get cracking on from literally day one. You fill out a little form, we find out who's your niche, who's the perfect prospect that you want to attract, what kind of brand colors that you like, the design, and my design team gets to work for you. Okay. Next thing is, people always say this, at least 90% of my people, they come in and they want to start a business, they want to scale their business. And they say, I don't have time to do tech. I don't have time to do all of this integration. Who's going to just do it for me? They don't know how to set up their email with their funnel, with the text messaging, with automation. So my tech team is going to set this up for you. Last but not least, the done for you lead generation setup. Okay. So since 2009, I've been running multiple agencies, solo ads agency, Facebook ads agency. We have a TikTok ads agency. I mean, some of these agencies, I don't publicly talk about them because this is for my elite VIP clients. And that's you. Once you book a call today, you qualify for this program, me and my team will give you access to our done for you traffic agency, which means not only do you have a high converting funnel, but we'll help you drive traffic into that funnel. Does that make sense? Is this powerful stuff? Listen, no one else in the marketplace is doing this. A couple of extra things I want to include just so that you have no way to fail. Once a month, I'm going to bring on an expert in a different niche. Okay. So for example, maybe how to write a best-selling book, how to create offers, how to do branding, how to do webinars, how to do podcasts, YouTube mastery. How do you get your first 100,000 followers on Instagram? How do you do Facebook ad? How do you hire people, maybe in the Philippines for under $5 an hour? Or how do you hire CEO level talent and really get A players? Okay, I've spent, oh gosh, you don't want to even know the amount of millions of dollars I spent on teams. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I had a team of over 55 staff members all over the world. And I also came down to having less than 10 people. And I realized the difference and the struggle. So if you've ever wanted to build a team, you wanted to create massive leverage, then I want to give you my A-player hiring blueprint, okay? And then there's extra things like passive income intensive, investing masterclass, mental mindset, e-commerce intensive. So every aspect that you want or need, we get covered in once a month live seminars, okay? So next thing is, instead of just having 90 days, okay, of VIP Funnels Accelerator, which is 90 days coaching, we'll include in the elite program, we'll include 12 months of support, guidance, mentorship, and accountability. What that means is you literally have no way to fail because you're going to be able to get access no matter what happens to my team. And the next one is the done for you affiliate high ticket partnership. Imagine being able to make $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, even $10,000 commissions without ever having to market or sell your own products. What we've decided to do for the first time ever, again, it says 17 spots, okay? I think the time we're recording this, I'm making this video, we're going to have less than 17 spots because this is an introductory special offer right now. We're going to give you access to promote my proven funnels, my best-selling funnels, funnels.com, Guru Funnels, the Wealth Academy certification program, the Sales Funnels Challenge. I've literally sold millions and millions of dollars worth of products and services online. I mean, the awards show it. But most importantly, imagine for the first time ever, you get to become a partner with me and promote our services. Okay, so this is your chance right now. And last but not least, once a year, I do a in-person live event. Okay, I've had millionaires, some of the best speakers in the world. I've had people that spend $250,000 a day. One of my friends on Facebook. Okay, imagine spending 250 grand a day. Okay, you can't even wrap your head around that. Okay, I got him to come in and I was like, show people how to spend 50 to $100 a day. Okay, and he gave a masterclass. I've had people that have built $100 million companies and beyond. They come in, special celebrities. I fly them out, whatever. Sometimes they're my students. Some of my students making $1 million a month. I'll bring them over and I'll tell them to come and speak at this event. So you're going to get 2 VIP tickets valued at $5,000 to attend. Okay, so if you're watching this right now, then you've probably experienced some of my programs, watched some of my videos, and you want in on this. Here's what I'm going to recommend. Book a call right now. Speak to someone from my team. When you speak to them, it's not a hard pitch. We're going to just figure out if you're going to be a right fit. To take this over the top, okay? Not only are you going to get the VIP Funnels 90-day accelerator, and again, we onboard you, you go through everything that's required, a step-by-step program that you can go in your own time. If you miss any of the calls, all the calls are recorded. Again, you can read through exactly what this roadmap looks like, okay? That's going to help you go from $0 to $10,000 a month, then to $50,000 a month, and then to $100,000 a month and beyond. What you're also going to get, okay, is a 300% success guarantee. What that means is, by the way, this is different and I think way better than just a money back guarantee. If you don't actually make your full ROI on this, on whatever you invest in today, me and my team are absolutely committed that we're going to work with you until you made your money back. Okay, so we'll extend your membership for another 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. So you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. So go ahead right now. Okay, go ahead right now and complete the form. Click on this link below. It's going to take you to a book. It's going to take you to a calendar link. Okay, and then book your call today. And me and my team are looking forward to having you become one of our success stories. Right now, as you probably know, I'm on a mission to create 100 new millionaires this next 12 months. Okay, sometimes it might take 12 months, sometimes it might take 2-3 years, and 1,000 new six-figure earners. Okay, so my mission is to create 100 new millionaires. By the way, who's excited with this? You guys? Anyone else excited, or is that just me? I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, holy smokes, I want to buy this myself. So as you know, I'm on a mission to create 100 new millionaire students and 1,000 new six-figure earners, people that are making $100,000 to $250,000 per year in the next 3 years. And right now I'm seeking 10 new beta test members. And again, every month or so, we take anywhere from 10 to 30 clients. So if you're watching this, that means it's live. We're taking on people, and I'm going to literally install my proven $1 million funnel. So if you see over here, these awards represent $10 million, but this is a little bit more advanced for most people. So we're going to start off with your first $1 million funnel. If you see the smaller awards, they represent $1 million each, okay, which really is around $2,700 per day. So it's literally under $3,000 per day. And I'm going to show you, and I'm literally going to install this for you. So go ahead right now, click the link below, and go and book your call. Okay, I look forward to speaking to you. I'm looking forward to hearing about your success story. I'm publishing a new series of books, Recession Millionaires coming out, a whole bunch of other marketing books, sales books are coming out, and I want to feature your success story in my upcoming book. God bless you, and we'll be speaking to you soon. Bye for now. Go book a call. I'll see you there. So guys, there you have it. Okay, I've done like 3 things at once. Yep, was that cool or what? So now what we have is I just shot a VSL. By the way, what did I just create, you guys? What is that called? A VSL. Do you guys get that?
Video sales letter.
A VSL stands for a video sales letter. Why did I create that? Because I want to do the work once, and I want you guys to send traffic to my proven funnel. Okay? What happens when you send your traffic to my proven funnel, where I'm basically building up all of this stuff, you get paid a commission. So we'll wrap it up for tonight. We have a full session tomorrow. But if you like what you saw, go to funnels.com/VIP. Spend time reading through it. But whatever you do, book a call and then you can go through it. I told you guys already, listen, we have spots already going. If you're on the fence, book a call, speak to my team. They'll show you a demo of the entire program or the back end. If we believe that you can be one of our success stories, okay, we don't work with just anyone. We want to make sure that we're going to help you create success. You're going to have 100% success rate with this program. This is why I'm limiting you to around 30 people, okay? It says 10, but from the group, there's 1,000 people in the group. I think there's like 5,000 or 6,000 people interested in the entire offer. We're going to be sending out emails. We're going to sell this program out. That's my goal. When I launch a program like this, you're going to see me aggressively sell this out, okay? So if you want to get in, now's the time. Someone said, hey, how much does this whole thing cost? Listen, you can get started with a few $1,000s, but you need to speak to someone from my team to ensure that you're going to qualify. Does this make sense? Okay, so it's not cheap, I will say this, but it's cheaper than anything else you're ever going to try in your life by yourself, guaranteed. Okay, you will save tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars by working with us instead of you doing this yourself. A couple of the questions. One is, how do I know this is going to work for me? We know it's going to work for you once you have a call with Ismail or Johanna or someone from my team, okay? Second thing is, what if I don't have my own product? That's fine. That's why we're gonna give you a coaching blueprint, a course blueprint, right? So you can have digital courses. If you don't wanna do that, if you don't wanna use your face, you don't wanna brand yourself, that's fine. You can do the agency route or the affiliate marketing route. Does that make sense? Okay, next question. What's the difference between low ticket marketing and high ticket marketing? Listen, there are lots of people that sell $7 programs, $100 programs. That's fine. Okay, I'm not in that business. Sure, this is a low ticket challenge, but this is one part of my entire business. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay, my goal, people come to me and they say, Shaq, I've tried everything else. I'm not making $10,000 to $50,000 a month. What's the big problem? I tell them the big problem. You're marketing the wrong offers. You don't have your own high ticket offers. People are like, yeah, but I want to do affiliate marketing. That's fine. Then do high ticket affiliate marketing, so you can make profits at scale. Does this make sense, everyone? Okay, because look, you can spend all day, all month trying to get $1,000 to $2,000. I guarantee you, the effort that you put is the same effort. You know, one of the reasons why I sell high ticket stuff is the same effort that's required to sell extremely high ticket stuff versus low ticket programs. Okay, so you know, if you're thinking here about high tickets, no. You're spending your time anyway. You might as well get paid accordingly. Yes or no? Okay. And like I said to you in the last few days, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to spend the next 10, 20 years of my life working. I mean, this is fun for me. So it's not even work. But for most people, you know, you don't have 10, 20 years to crack the code. You need someone that's going to push you. Yes or no? You need someone that's going to figure out your BS stories that's holding you back and give you the fast track and say, hey, man, this is what you need to be doing. Joyce, this is your next 5 moves, man. You need to have a high ticket offer. You need to promote high ticket products, your own products, affiliate products. You need to get your funnels together, become the authority in your niche. You can't afford to spend the next 3 to 5 years messing around. I mean, think about it. The last 10 years has gone by since 2008, the great financial recession, boom. And then for the next 10 years, money was easy. Now, money is not easy to make, okay, for most people. However, if you understand the skills, then you can ride the next wave, okay? And I'm talking about this current pandemic recession that's happening right now, okay? You don't want to be on the losing side, right? I don't know about you guys, but I saw so many people lose their money, lose their house, lose their families, lose their life savings during 2008 recession. And I was like, wow, like people forget this stuff, right? Like Lehman Brothers bank collapsed. There's a bank in Cyprus that literally stole all of their citizens' money, and people were queuing up outside. And even if someone had like $1 million, they could, I think, take out something like $50 a day, just enough for bread and milk.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Yeah. So I know people personally that lost a lot of money, life-changing amounts of money from these. And I'm not trying to put any fear mongerer, but what I'm going to say is this: if you don't have the right skills and the right systems, then you are going to have a hard time navigating the next few years. So take action today. Believe in yourself. Believe that we can help you. Go book a call. Mahbub, Hussein, Lacey, Jimmy, Hashimi, Blurt, Edin, Mike Fallon, Fatai, Mazar. This is your chance right now. If you have any questions, send a message to someone from my team. Ismail is there. Johan is there. And guys, God bless you. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Firstly, congratulations. Make sure that you complete your homework, and then all you do, okay, maybe you're doing it online, take a picture, take a screenshot, post it in the Facebook group, tag me. It's very important that you tag me. You can tag our team members. As you know, I'm on a mission to create 100 millionaire students and 1,000 new 6-figure earners in the next 3 years. And I'm dead set on doing this. The only question is, are you gonna watch us or are you gonna join us? I hope you enjoyed day 4. This is your time right now. If you want an early start, okay, before everyone else, make sure you go to funnels.com/VIP. There's a link on the screen right now. There's a link probably in the Zoom chat or wherever you're watching this in the Facebook group, funnels.com/VIP. And it's going to give you a little early start action and a scholarship offer that you can claim today. Go ahead right now and I'll see you for day 5.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamal Ahmed and I am a data privacy consultant. Before the pandemic hit, we was doing really well. We had taught people in 137 countries. I was going around all over the world teaching people about data privacy, about how they can look after their business and about how we can empower their staff. Then the pandemic hit and we went from making this much money a month down to making just about this much, barely surviving. So it was really time to change the way we operate. We couldn't physically travel to our clients' locations. So we knew the answer was to get online, but we didn't know where to start. That's when I came across Shaqir Hussyin and his team. And I've been on the program for about 4 weeks now. I'm so excited to say that we've actually made 3 high ticket sales already. And it's all down to Shaqir and his team. They really break everything up so that it's easy to follow. Like, I hate tech, right? I'm in data privacy. That means I'm on the business side. When it comes to tech, I delegate and outsource all of those things out. But the great thing is, every day of the week, there's someone there to help you. So on Tuesdays, we have someone talking about Facebook ads and traffic. On Wednesday, we have someone focusing on our mindsets. On Thursday, we get help with tech. On Friday, copywriting. And the reason I walk all the way down here is because what Shaqir teaches is simply that. It's the small things that make the big things happen when you do them consistently. And that's all it was that's taken me from going from there to now getting back up there with high ticket sales, thanks to funnels.com.
I just want to give testament to this guy because, you know, when you actually come to know him, not only is knowledgeable, he's continued to drive for the next highest level. I've never seen someone so driven like Shaq. You know, I just wish my parents, you know, growing up in Chinese family, I just wish my parents could tell me the only path to success is going through education. I have 2 degrees, worked 20 plus years, and my turning point when I became a mom, I realized that I want time for my children. So thank you, Shaq.
Really inspiring.
I have learned a lot from you, and I continue to learn from you, you know, through all the masterminds and the products that you push out. And for those of you, you know, have the privilege and ever come across Shaq, you know, look into his product, look into what he's saying. He might joke around because that's just who he is. He's a wonderful person, he's real, and he's got amazing vision. And I know that the vision you have of giving back to the community and your vision of having how many students for 100 million, you know, just amazing. So can't recommend highly than someone like Shaqir. So thank you.
Hi, my name's Hetta and I've just come down from Wales to come and see Shaqir Hussyin. I followed him for a few years now, but unfortunately due to my own lack of self-esteem I haven't actually done anything with it. But I've just bought his programme and I've spent a whole day with him here in London in a penthouse suite, and I just want to say, if you're ever in any doubt, he's the man to take you to the top.
I wanted to sort of try to learn a little bit about this e-commerce space, and then I came across Shaqir and his team. I plunged with both feet and said, you know what, this makes a lot of sense and I'm going to do it. So I did. I joined Shaqir and his group, I would say about 10 days ago. And in 10 days, my store was set up. My website was done. 6 products have been on there that have been tested in the marketplace and are successful. My first promotion went live yesterday and it's been 24 hours. And in the first 24 hours, I did $1,600, almost $1,700 in sales, which netted about $725 in profit. Would have never believed it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. So I'm telling you, it's the real deal. If you have any concerns or doubts, reach out to me. Again, my name is Jody Patel. I'm on the Facebook page, on his group. It is exciting. I am really excited to move forward and keep this thing alive and going forward, and maybe even starting a new one. So, and having a second store. So good luck to all of you guys, and hope you take the journey with me, and I can't wait to see you. Bye.